Hello, ako ay si Raffy Alunan. Welcome to Part 3 of Tagaligtas. Ang kabanatang ito ay tungkol sa pag-aalsa ng militar at taong bayan laban sa rehimeng diktadura ni Pangulong Ferdinand Edralin Marcos noong February 1986. Ito ay kauna-unahang pagsubok sa katatagan ng Special Action Force simula ng maitatag noong May 1983. Their accounts are gripping and provide insights into the kind of soldiers they were who chose to be on the right side of history.
Sinabi ko nga doon sa father-in-law ko, alagaan mo ng pamilya ko because hindi kayo magpapahuling buhay.
The order was to defend at all costs.
Hindi ko alam kung yung nandun na ibang sundalo sa gate, lalaban ba sila o tutulong ba sila sa amin. Pero sigurado ako na yung SAF trooper doon, kasama ko yun. Lalaban kami doon.
Patay kung patay na kami. We were ready to die for the good of the country.
It all began in the early 1980s, when rumblings of discontent were spreading through the armed forces of the Philippines.
There were a lot of protests, and I said the insurgency was growing. The military was not in a good light as far as the civilians viewed them. There were a lot of reported military abuses during that time. There was a growing rift because of the situation of President Marcos's health. It was rumored that he was not in good health at that time. Certain forces were trying to consolidate so that in the event that President Marcos would go, then they would take over.
What started as small group discussions became the Reform the Armed Forces Movement, or RAM, attracting many officers, including SAF troopers.
We can feel the frustrations of some commanders, especially the young officers on the ground. That's probably why we were so confident that we were putting up the RAM.
The Reform Armed Forces Movement was for attaining reforms in the armed forces through peaceful means. But when Senator Ninoy Aquino was assassinated at the international airport, things changed. The leadership of the Reform Armed Forces Movement, they were already thinking of conducting a coup d'etat. And that was I think, the turning point.
The Special Action Force was designated an important role in the coup d'etat plot.
The original plan for SAF was not to protect Rami actually. My assignment was to protect the command group, which was originally to be placed in Villamor Air Base because of the communication, because of the airport.
The ultimate goal was an assault on Malacanang Palace, the seat of presidential power. It also entailed capturing Camps Crame and Aguinaldo, the strongholds of military power. In January 1986, the fraudulent snap elections took place. Massive cheating at the polls and the civil disobedience that followed became the trigger for RAM's planned coup. Tensions across the country continued to escalate. Malacanang uncovered the coup plot, and when some RAM officers were arrested, a hastily revised plan swung into action, and it came with a breakaway announcement that shocked the nation and the world. With a breakaway announcement that shocked the nation and the world.
I withdraw from the president because of these circumstances in which our country finds ourselves today.
And there was this news, breaking news, that a helicopter had landed in Camp Aguinaldo and was bringing arms from Cagayan. And shortly after that, Minister Enrile and General Ramos went on air to say that they were breaking away from the Marcos government.
I tasked Sani Rason and Senong Per to stay with General Ramos, make sure that he is protected or secured because he is the symbol of the leadership in the military. We have to have a leader respected by everybody, and we have to secure them.
Soon after his defection, Ramos returned to his headquarters at Camp Crame. vulnerable to Marcos forces, and with only 60 SAF troopers on guard.
I still remember that day. Suddenly, for some reason, there was no one manning the gates of Camp Crame. You know, not even the headquarters people. So we actually put one team in each of the 4 gates of Camp Crame.
Yung charge dito sa gate 1, yung charge doon sa gate sa likod. So kami yung practically kami yung nagsisecure ng Camp Crame.
Because events were unfolding so fast in Manila, SAF officers across the country responded just as quickly to reinforce the troops.
Then I announced that, gentlemen, we're about to make history. Those who do not want to be part of it, stay here. And that's how SAF, everybody wanted to go.
For 4 days, SAF troopers stood their ground at Camp Crame.
I looked through the fence, and that was one night when there was already people power, and I could see the Marines on the other side of Santolan. Nandun na sila, they were also positioned around, and they were just right across. It was a futile mission. We were aware, but that was the order, and somehow we were the ones who were supposed to do it.
Disobey those orders, not carry out anything that will inflict harm, bodily injury, and violence upon the people's power out there.
Fight for your country! Fight for your country!
As they confronted the clear and present danger, the troopers became fully aware that their lives were at stake. But it was the unexpected show of people power that strengthened their resolve to complete their mission.
Kitang-kita namin yung mga dumarating. So every time na sasabihin nila, andyan na yung mga Marcos loyalists, magsisigawan yung mga tao, mag-iipon din sila doon sa gate. Yun ang nagpapalakas loob sa amin. Sabi ko, matatapos ito nang walang putukan, sabi ko.
As things moved on, we realized that no way that Marcos will order something that will kill all of these people. So I think that gave us some consolation.
You knew it was the moment. The numbers swelled by the hour. The spirit of EDSA had electrified the country.
In the end, it's the people. And we believe at that time that we are supported by the people, and we were not wrong.
It was an unprecedented show of solidarity.
I can only describe EDSA as a mystical experience. God was our commander-in-chief. I put it simply this way, and assuming 1% of the 1 million were armed, and not one did the foolish thing by pulling out their gun and firing a shot in anger. Because had that happened, there would have been a bloodbath.
I consecrate myself
to the service of the nation.
To the service of the nation.
So help me God.
So help me God.
But the SAF was also the backbone of our Camp Crame defenses during the first couple of days, when we really had just a handful of defenders and rebel soldiers in Camp Crame in helping the military rebels win the victory peacefully without any bloodshed. And the PC-SAF owns a lot of the credit for that happening.
It's a people power of 86. Pag may magsasabi dyan, sabihin ko sa inyo, na single-handedly siyang hero. Hindi totoo yun. Ang hero nun talaga, yung mga tao.
Thank you for watching Part 3 of Tagaligtas. Kung nagustuhan ninyo ang video na inyong nakita, sana i-share ninyo sa inyong mga social media communities. The next segment, Part 4, will highlight the bloody coup attempts in August 1987 and December 1989. Ito'y si Raffy Alunan. May the Force be with you.